Guess who? Surprise! I just arrived in remote Papua New Guinea, a country home to over 1,000 indigenous tribes and 840 languages, a country that maintains old traditions but also understands modern life, where 85% of the population lives in rural areas, and 1 in 5 children do not attend school, where everyone chews betel nut, where people feel proud to show their cultural heritage. Come with me to the eastern highlands of Papua New Guinea. So we have made it to the eco-lodge here that has been set up, and it makes it really easy for tourists to find local guides and contribute to the community in a really ethical way. Known as the Asaro Mudmen Lodge because we're located near where they live, this is our room. It's built in the style of how they do in the village here, but we do have our own bathroom, so we have a flushing toilet, which definitely comes in clutch, a sink with cold water, and a shower spout with cold water. But we also have a bucket here in case we want to take a hot shower, in which they'll boil water for us. Now we are trekking down to where we are going to meet the Asaro Mudmen. This is Kafi, our guide here. He, along with most people who live in this area, come from the Holosa tribe. So he's leading us down into the deep parts of the jungle where typically the Holosa who dress as the Mudmen are waiting. And now we've arrived. The Holosa believe in a lot of spirits. Spirits of the graveyard, the cave, the water. The look that you see here originates from warfare, using mud to cover the entire body, and eventually a frame that was put on the head. Eventually holes were put into the frame for vision, and slowly but surely it turned into what we see in front of us here. Now, while there are no longer tribal wars, and this is essentially a show, it is a reminder of culture that continues today. Right now we are going to become mud women. We're walking down to find some mud. That's right, we are going to strip down and learn about the culture of the Holosa firsthand. So let's go find some mud. We're learning how to tie this piece. So this is actually how they tie the clothing that goes over your private parts. Okay. I have to say, despite my nudity, everybody is being very respectful and I feel super comfortable. This is a lot harder than it looks. Oh, so now we're adding some leaves because originally the whole point of this was to disguise themselves in war and camouflage with the jungle. Really good choice. Put one on the back. Obviously, I should have brought a slightly more covering bathing suit, but oh well. It's Dilara's turn. Now we are going to get painted with mud to become the mud women. As you can see, it's going on pretty clear, but when it dries, it is going to dry like them. Officially mud women, so now it's time to learn how to fight. Okay. And now it's time for the moment of truth. Okay, let me see if it's heavy. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You can see. You can see. See now. Okay, yes, they are definitely very heavy. We are trying so hard to let go of the mask, but it is really heavy on our heads, and everyone behind us is trying to make sure that we don't break them. Surprise! So what do you think? Did I get it down? A huge thank you to everyone here for sharing their culture with us. This is definitely not easy. And now for the next challenge, showering all of this clay off. There's truly nothing easy about any step in this entire process. We can officially say we're mud women. This is how you chew betel nut. Take the betel nut and you remove the outer layer. You put that in your mouth. Then you take this, which is mustard, and you dip it into the lime, which is made from crushed up shells.
And all these three they are from coastal. We don't produce here.
And then you chew on that. And then it turns red in your mouth.
See the red.
And so because of this, people are pretty much consistently spitting all over the country all the time. And
now get strong.
Strong?
Yeah.
Like cocaine? People from you guys have cocaine, but from us here we don't use cocaine with betel nut.
I think it's cute that he's acting like all of us are just going around snorting cocaine all the time, but this is essentially a legal drug here. Now we're just walking on the side of the road. We're walking through the village. As you can see, people are super friendly here. He's high now. Only 200 tourists per year come here and visit. And I kind of think that's a lot, but when you think about it, it's not much. Hello! The first thing that I'm going to do when I get to a new country is install an Airlo eSIM. What I usually do is I already have this installed and downloaded on my phone so that when I get here, I just turn on my data and I'm ready to go. Even here. But why would you want an eSIM versus a physical SIM? Now, if you travel a lot like me, then you understand the pain of landing in a new country and having no service, and then spending forever searching for a SIM card. And that's why I started using Airlo. It's honestly a game changer. Airlo is the world's first eSIM store, meaning it's a digital SIM card that you just download straight to your phone. No more physical cards, no more switching SIMs, no more crazy roaming charges. You can buy local, regional, or even global plans directly in the app, so you're connected in over 200 countries right when you land, just like I am in Papua New Guinea. And most plans are pretty affordable. Some start at a few dollars, and setup takes like 2 minutes. It works with most newer unlocked phones, and they even have a plan called Discover Plus. This gives you data and a phone number for calls and texts. So yes, you can give that taxi driver your phone number. Thing to note, American iPhones after the iPhone 14 do not have physical SIM cards in them anymore. That means it's not even possible to get a SIM card for your iPhone. Even if your phone does accept them, it is a huge waste of time to try and go find one. I can't even tell you how many hours I've spent on different trips trying to find a physical SIM card. And so many times they have made a mistake and I was left with no data for days at a time. eSIMs from Airlo have honestly changed my life. If you're wondering, it's definitely worth the investment. Plus, my code will give you $3 off your first eSIM, so you can try it. Now, let me show you how I install it. I go to the Airlo app on my phone, and then I type in which country I'm interested in. So right now, I need it for Papua New Guinea. Choose my package, and then I purchase it when I go to the checkout. I press a button in the app, and it immediately downloads to my phone. Install it, and then turn on the line. And now, I'm good to go, exploring with full data capabilities. If you're traveling soon, download Airlo before your trip, and skip the airport SIM drama. It's fast and simple and keeps you connected anywhere you go. Don't forget to use my code. Now we continue on this road. Here you can see that people have planted sweet potato, which is the main crop of Papua New Guinea. We are told that these are white sweet potatoes. And as we continue on, I can see that they do such a great job at harvesting and cultivating vegetables here. But it's actually apparently not that difficult for them. Like, these avocados just grow naturally. They actually feed them to their pigs. And the soil in general here is incredibly rich, which makes it easy to grow anything they want. If you can see this house here, it's kind of similar to what we're staying in, and this is the standard way of building a home. Houses are made with this type of bamboo right here. Now, as we approach this banana tree coming up, it's not just any banana tree, but they make alcohol with it.
Yeast inside of this banana, everybody's mixed, everything is mixed. So we just put it into the bucket and then we squeeze it. So after a week, we just collect all the water and then strain it out, put it into the tank, and then we steam it. So when we steam it, we just collect the steam, and that's alcohol, and very powerful.
And that is how you make banana wine.
Right.
And then what is this one for?
This one? That's for building the fence and then also help to do the walls of the house.
The bamboo is also used for something else.
We do some protein and get some greens. We put it into the bamboo steam cook. Smells good and tastes nice.
Now this little boy is making a toy out of leaves. I didn't realize it at the time. I was just amazed that he was using this knife. But ever so quickly, he is folding the leaf. Okay, and he got a little bit of help and then turned it into this. Ooh. All right, well, we've made it back to the main road, which was actually built by Chinese companies and with the help of China. So as you can see, it is very close to the village, which does give people way easier access to be able to travel within the country. And something crazy about Papua New Guinea is that a lot of times people have to fly between the different regions because there are literally no roads to connect different parts. So either people are forced to stay in their village like this, or they have to travel by plane across the country. This is another great thing about staying at the lodges, is that you have incredible local cooks. Everything is super fresh and locally grown. But now it is finally time to take our hot shower, and it is steaming hot. I am adding some cold water to this, but it will not even stop steaming. Okay, but we are still in the jungle, so we're putting our masks over our faces to make sure no bugs get on us, and we're going to bed. Good morning. Forgot what it's like sleeping in the wilderness. We have 6 more nights.
After the week 3, they come back to the village and they do moko moko. to increase the population.
To have sex.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we are leaving and we're going to go to where the Mokomoko stay. And you just heard that clip about what this dance is going to represent. I want you to see it for yourself and then I'll give more of the backstory after. This is the chief.
Run sama dia. You give me idea. Imola.
And all of a sudden, the cicadas started going crazy. That's that loud pitch noise you hear. At this point, the rest of the group came out. And now I just want to zoom in so that you can see what these might represent. And if you think back to the story I told you, it will also make sense, but let me explain a bit more.
So traditionally, when there used to be a lot of tribal wars, basically what would happen is people would come back from fighting, a lot of people would be dead. And so instead of, being sad, they would basically perform this, and then they would eat pigs, and then they would have sex so that they could repopulate the tribe. And now, because there are no tribal wars, this is just done kind of to continue on the culture. And so that's why we have this little guy here who's learning the dance at a young age.
All right, so let's head back and hike back to where we are staying at the lodge. And now I want to show you a little bit of an aerial view. And let's do a tour. What I like most about this lodge is that you really feel that you're in the village and you get the village experience while still having a bit more of the comforts of home. It's a new day, and today we are going to meet the Kurukura tribe. So we're just doing a hike down to where they live and gonna see something pretty cool.
Oh, I found somebody. Lumi. Coming with us.
Now, I didn't totally understand the story behind this, but I'll try my best.
But it's about 500 years ago.
So many, many years ago, there was an old man who was farming, and he saw a ghost who looked like a real man, but he was a ghost. And the ghost started telling him to go up the mountain, and basically he never came back. So this was in memory of the ghost and of the man.
So these are the masks of the korokoa, and that is a cicada up there. But it's pretty cool. It's made from moss and wood, and they wear it for the ceremony. It's really beautiful masks. Really cool. Wow. It's cool. Oh.
One thing I'd say in general about Papua New Guinea is that they are super friendly here, regardless of where you're at in the country, and everyone wants to share their culture. But it's starting to rain and we need to get to a different part of this area, so let's jump in this random car and try to find the next lodge in Gimme Save.